Now, monopod embryo development or embryogeny in monopod. Example: Luzula plant. This is also called as great wood rush plant. Now, in case of monopod and dicot, the initial stages of development are same. The initial stages of development in monopod same as in dicot, but there are some major differences. कुछ major difference है. So let's understand what are those major differences. The major differences are first, dicot, the suspensor consists 6 to 10 cells. In dicot, the suspensor consists 6 to 10 cells. But in monopod, there is only one cell in the suspensor. One cell in the suspensor. Now, second, the lowermost cell of the suspensor in case of dicot is hypophysis. So, the lowermost cell of suspensor is hypophysis. But such feature is absent in monopod. So, hypophysis is absent. In monopod. The third difference, in dicot, there are formation of two cotyledons. But in case of monopod, there is formation of only one well-developed cotyledon. Only one well-developed cotyledon. And we all know that one cotyledon is called as scutellum. Second, you see, in case of monopod, the plumule is covered by a leafy structure. Plumule is covered by leafy structure. And that leafy structure is called as coleoptile. But coleoptile absent in dicot. It is absent. Even in case of monopod, you see the radical root is covered by a covering called coleorhiza. So, root is covered by coleorhiza, but coleorhiza is absent in dicot. So these are some of the major differences between dicot and monopod embryo development. Now we understood the difference between dicot embryo development and monopod embryo development. Let's understand the structure of monopod embryo. This is a monocot embryo. As you can see, this is the plumule region, and later plumule forms shoot system. The plumule is covered by a leafy structure which is called as primordial leaf, and this entire plumule and primordial leafy structure is covered by a covering which is called as coleoptile. Beside this plumule region, there is a single well-developed cotyledon, as you can see, and single well-developed cotyledon is called as scutellum. And what we need to remember here is the cotyledon is originating from the side. So cotyledon origin is lateral. So cotyledon is originating laterally, but it appears terminal. साइड से बन रहा है लेकिन दिख रहा है कि एंड में है, बट टर्मिनल अपीयरेंस. On the lower side, you can see this is a radical, and later radical will form root system. The radical is covered by a covering, and this covering is called as coleorhiza, and this region is known as root cap. So this entire thing from plumule to radical, this region is called as embryonal axis. Now one most important thing we need to understand for the NEET here is epiblast. What is this epiblast? Now there is a single cotyledon because it's a monocot, but in case of grass, the remains of the second cotyledon are present. The remains of second cotyledon are present, and that remains of the second cotyledon are called as epiblast. So what is epiblast? Remains of second cotyledon. So this is what all about monocot embryo structure. We will solve a NEET level question जो बहुत बार पूछा जा चुका है या पूछा जा सकता है. क्वेश्चन है, the question is, if a hexaploid female plant cross pollinates with octaploid male plant. तो यहाँ एक हेक्साप्लॉइड प्लांट को ऑक्टाप्लॉइड प्लांट के साथ में क्रॉस पॉलिनेटेड कर रहे हैं. अगर करेंगे तो पेन और जाइगोट का प्लॉइडी क्या होगा? व्हाट विल बी द प्लॉइडी ऑफ पेन एंड जाइगोट? ये क्वेश्चन पूछा है. तो अब हमें मालूम है फीमेल प्लांट जो एक हेक्साप्लॉइड है, मेल प्लांट जो एक octaploid है, again. Now this female plant undergoes meiosis and finally forms embryo sac. This male plant undergoes meiosis and finally forms pollen grain. और pollen grain में कितने गैमेट्स होते हैं? 2 मेल गैमेट होता है. अच्छा, अब जो मियोसिस है, इट्स अ रिडक्शन डिवीजन, तो एम्ब्रियो सैक विल बी 3n, ठीक है, 6n का हाफ 3n. अब 8n का हाफ कितना होगा? 4n. तो मीनिंग क्या है? इफ यू लुक एट द एम्ब्रियो सैक, ऑल द सेल्स ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो सैक आर 3n, and both the male gametes 4n। तो इसको हम डायग्रामेटिकली थोड़ा सा क्लियर कर कर सॉल्व करेंगे। दिस इज द एम्ब्रियो सैक जो भी फॉर्म हुआ, और ये है पोलन ट्यूब या पोलन ग्रेन। पोलन ग्रेन में 2 मेल गैमेट्स हैं, एम्ब्रियो सैक में ये है एग। These are synergic, this is microphyllite, this is चला जाए, आप इसको उल्टा भी लिख सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। 2 polar nuclei and 3 antipodals। So ये है antipodals, this is polar nuclei, 2 polar nuclei, and this one is egg। अब एम्ब्रियो सैक में जितने भी सेल्स हैं वो सभी 3n है, मतलब एंटीपोडल्स आर 3n 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 3n, this is 3n, this is 3n, these all are 3n। now 2 male gametes जो बने, these are 4n because they are haploid। now 1 male gamete fuses with egg। now this process is called as fertilization। so 3n plus 4n and becomes 7n। so fusion of this will form zygote, and zygote will become 7। now the second male gamete fuses with the polar nuclei, but we know the 2 polar nuclei, they fuse and form secondary nuclei। so that secondary nuclei will become 6n। so now these two fused and it became 6n, secondary nuclei। now this male gamete, I'll write Sn, secondary nuclei, this second male gamete fuses with this one and forms pen। तो पेन कितना हुआ, 6n plus 4n, so pen will become 10n। तो आपका आंसर क्या होगा, पेन का प्लॉइडी, the ploidy of the pen is 10n and the ploidy of the zygote is 7n। so this is the answer for the question।